Now let's talk about Africa. It's become the new front line in the global war against terror. Groups linked to the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda are becoming more powerful in Africa. In the past year alone, these groups have killed more than 22,000 people, and their ranks have expanded rapidly. It's not just because of guns or fear. These groups have weaponized technology. They're using Starlink, they're using satellite internet, drones, and even platforms like TikTok. This tech gives them speed, reach, and control. It helps them expand territories, launch remote attacks, and recruit fighters at scale. It also helps them raise money. They've raised millions of dollars so far. Governments are trying to fight back, but their budgets are tight, their forces are stretched thin, and foreign support is fading. Here's a report.
Africa is the new front line in the global terror war. This is where terrorist groups are growing fastest. And they're not doing it with just guns anymore. They're using drones, Starlink internet, and TikTok. Over the last year, groups linked to Islamic State and Al-Qaeda have killed over 22,000 people across Africa. That's a record. They've grown to an estimated 50,000 fighters, most of them in Nigeria, Somalia, and the Sahel. And this surge is happening as these groups are pushed out of West Asia. Africa has become their new base. This wave of violence isn't just manpower, it's technology. Terror groups in Africa are using Starlink satellite internet. That gives them high-speed, secure connections in remote, lawless areas. With it, they can coordinate attacks, evade surveillance, even manage money and logistics from deep inside forests and deserts. Reports claim both Islamic State and Al-Qaeda's African branches are now using Starlink. Then, there are drones. In late 2024, Nigeria's Islamic State West Africa province, also called ISWAP, used a grenade-armed drone to strike a military base. Since then, they've launched at least 3 more drone attacks. These drones are cheap, hard to detect, and deadly. They let terrorists hit targets without sending fighters. And it's not just battlefield tech. Extremist groups are also on TikTok. They're not just posting videos, they're crafting a message. They frame themselves as providers of justice and security. In places where governments are weak, that narrative works. Experts say this propaganda helps extremists recruit fighters and undermine the state. Terror tech isn't cheap, but these groups are flush with cash. Al-Shabaab in Somalia is estimated to earn over $200 million a year. The Islamic State, in the West Africa province, collects up to $191 million annually. This is from taxes, extortion, and ransom. The money comes from locals, from hostages, and from illegal trade routes. With internet access and encrypted apps, they collect, move, and hide this money easily. This funding fuels expansion. Governments are trying to fight back. West African nations are planning a joint anti-terrorism force. But the original plan, 5,000 troops and billions of dollars in budget, has been cut drastically. Now, they may only field 1,650 soldiers, with a budget of less than $500 million. That's a fraction of what's needed. And in many countries, foreign help is vanishing. France and the US have pulled back. Russia's Wagner Group has stepped in, but they have been largely ineffective so far. More than 2/3 of Islamic State's global activity in 2025 happened in Africa. That's unprecedented. And it shows how these groups are making a comeback. By making most of the instability in Africa. This is a new kind of war. It's not fought just with bullets, it's fought with broadband, with drones, with TikTok and Starlink. And right now, Africa is losing that war.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakarjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.